Hello, Owl Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends. The film from 2013, the post-apocalyptic science fiction action film Snowpiercer, starring Chris Evans and a lot of great actors. And for the film, I am appropriately drinking iced tea, just in case anybody is wondering. That is the film The Friends. Of course, let's start with the beautiful and lovely Nanette, whose avatar was in the TV series Snowpiercer, but that's all right. I have no problem looking at Jennifer Connelly at all.
Right?
She's wearing blue.
And she's got blue eyes.
It's my favorite color.
How are you doing, Nanette?
I'm doing well, and I am drinking a different seltzer water this evening. This one's blackberry mango. I've never had this one before. It's actually not bad.
They're putting mango in everything nowadays.
Well, what's weird is that I can smell the mango, but I can't taste the mango. I can taste the blueberry, but it's better than pumpkin spice. I won't drink or eat anything with pumpkin spice.
Right?
I don't mind pumpkin spice, but only for that certain time of the year. Also, of course, Nanette's more grisly half, the man who is
That's for
slowly
darn sure, yeah.
morphing into John Hurt himself in
Yeah.
real life. Troy
true.
Pacelli, the last call with Troy Pacelli, the man at the end of the bar. You also know him as Cartan the Klingon cleric. How are you doing, sir? And what you drinking tonight?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. I am drinking a cherry pomegranate flavored water. Actually, I am polishing off a gallon of it. I'm starting to drink a lot more water lately, which I think is good for me. I don't ever want to get another kidney stone, and trying to avoid the dehydration headaches.
That is good. And joining us tonight, the man who just dropped out and is now back in. Deleted scenes. How are you doing, sir? He has a thing for post-apocalyptic, I guess, because he also joined us for Death Race 2000. And it seems like, are you having issues with getting your avatar up?
I'll try emailing it to you, Stephen.
Just asking. You don't need it. You don't need it.
But I have one that certainly fits.
Okay.
For the film and some things about the film that I'm sure we're going to be discussing as we go along.
Are you doing who I think you're going to do?
I am.
We're trying.
Yeah. Okay. Yes, there. Well, before I go into that, let me say hi to the chat before we get into all the strange kind of sequel talk about this film that a lot of people have come up with a theory about it. First, Connie Cleary was here saying hey, and then of course I came in to post the Cosby link, which is at the top. So if you want to watch along tonight, definitely get into the Cosby link. If you're joining us later, as in not live, you of course will have to have your own copy.
If you watch us dead, well, that's on you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We'll say that for October. No, that's Hitchcocktober. Of course, Troy Pacelli coming in, saying hi. Netter, of course, loves saying hi to everybody, giving out her hi, sweeties. Deleted scenes, joining us. Sir Torrin Clegane. Good evening, everyone. I am back at last. Welcome, sir. Where'd you go? No, I hadn't seen your name for a while. So glad you're back. Going down, seeing who's here. Going down, seeing who's here. And that's all we got so far.
They'll trickle in.
Yeah, right.
They always do.
Yeah, but yes, there is a huge group out there that loves to theorize about the connection between Snowpiercer and the Wonkaverse. Willy Wonka himself. There are those who say that Charlie Bucket who grew up, with the chocolate factory, created Snowpiercer because he saw what mankind was about to do, and he is the one who is in charge at the front of the train. Uh, the symbol on the train is a W. The guy running it, his name is Wilfred. People think that it's Wilfred Wonka because he took the name to honor Willy Wonka, and of course, a lot of similar themes, kind of class society, like kind of a fantasy world, a journey through a fantasy world as they go from the back to the front, things like that. Anybody got any idea? Any thoughts on that?
Obviously, Netter and I can't speak to it too much because we haven't actually seen the movie yet.
Right.
But,
okay.
We have seen the theory videos. But I did want to mention, and I'm about to hit enter on. I'm going to send you guys all a link. Netter and I, like right after Big Al, after you told us we were going to be doing this movie, it's just synchronicity. Things kind of line up. There are no coincidences. One of the gaming video channels that we watch, Real Civil Engineer, was playing a game called Frost Train. It's free to play on stream, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it. And it's a game where you are managing the resources on a train in exactly the same circumstance. It's post-apocalyptic frozen world. You're trying to stay ahead of blizzards and storm fronts and things like that. Get to cities to get resources. You have to plan it out. Can you get there with what you have? Can you build a better engine as you go? Stuff like that.
God, that sounds cool.
It's very clear. It seems to be inspired by this. If anyone is on Steam that wants a free game and wants to try it out, just drop the link there for you. So that's my commentary on Snowpiercer related milieu.
And what's funny is that you look at the name Frost Train, and it sounds like the Asylum's version of Snowpiercer.
Yeah,
the Asylum loves to do those little knockoff films, and it's like, hey, let's do our version of Snowpiercer called Frost Train.
There you go, exactly.
But anyway, yeah. So let's not talk too long. It is a longer film; it's a little over 2 hours. So, figure it might be a good time to get it going. We are 10 minutes in. While this is happening, I do want to say I do have a review up for Abigail, which I saw earlier tonight. Hope everybody gets a chance to check that out after the movie, of course. But just in short, I really liked it.
Interestingly, Abigail was one of the ones we were going to talk about last night on our little look forward, until we realized, oh wait, this movie's already out.
Yeah, it came out yesterday. I did love poor Agent Boomer trying to get through his list, and you were just like, woo, whatever. It was fun. It was fun.
And Netter giving me grief. And see, the funny thing is, Boomer will get angry, but he doesn't start getting angry until it's pointed out to him. So it's obviously a shtick, but it's still fun.
I know. I could tell it was fun. I was like going, I know he's playing it up, but it was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready? I was talking to Troy. Of course, there is no subtitles.
Yeah, I did my best, guys.
Yeah, sometimes just can't do it. Hey, we got the film to show, so that's a good thing. Gonna start in. You ready?
Yep,
for the scenes?
I am ready. Oh,
ready.
Okay, in 3, 2, 1, go! Woo, pussycat! He pops right up at you too.
He does too.
Meow. Meow. What? Lepacte.
Yeah, I don't know what any of that is.
This was this film kind of came and went. I didn't even know about it until actually somewhat recently. And I was like, well, let me watch this thing. It sounds interesting. Watched it, loved it. And I was like, why didn't this film do better? There was like all kinds of issues.
I would say
with
about
stuff.
80% of why movies don't do as well as they should is marketing.
It was marketing,
is...
Yeah.
but there was
marketing-
some legal stuff going on too, I believe.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
But,
I sadly did not get a chance to go over as many notes.
Oh, okay.
I basically went on the Wonka thing a little bit.
Sure. No, that's fine. The only thing I can say is that, like I said, I don't think the marketing departments of most of these studios they're not taking advantage of every opportunity. I'll put it that way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say even more than that, they don't know their audience. They have no idea what audience they want to go after.
Yeah, it was the whole thing, the Weinstein Company and all that
Okay.
kind of stuff. Yeah, this is what happened when mankind plays with things they shouldn't.
Well, and this is I've heard a lot of scientists when they talk about climate change and everything, they're like, seriously, yes, I understand that, we're affecting our environment and we should stop doing it, but the thought that we can do something to fix it, maybe not a good idea.
No.
You're just gonna make it worse, and I think that's exactly what this movie is getting.
Yeah,
at.
should we be more careful? Sure, we do. But I don't think mankind affects it to the extent that some people think.
Yeah, and
based on a book. I cannot pronounce it because it's French. Le Transpersonnage.
And so now here we got we should have given a trigger warning for all of the chemtrail conspiracy theorists.
Well, it kind of fits in with that,
It does. It absolutely does.
SNOWPIERCER. That's a cool name, though, when you really think about it.
Yeah.
SNOWPIERCER. Sounds like a weapon in Tolkien.
Huh, interesting.
He is the great elf holding the spear, SNOWPIERCER.
Soon after
For killing the ice trolls.
Okay. Reading.
Who boarded the rattling ark are humanity's last survivors.
Like I said, it tells you everything you need to know right up front. Hello, Lady Mist. Welcome.
Hello, hello.
Our Cosmolinks at the top, of course.
We are just a couple of minutes in, so haven't missed anything really.
17 years later, 2031.
The one guy is not sitting down. Violinists?
Yeah, you kind of find out that the train is a very precious, is a ecosystem almost.
I'm guessing that they're divided by class, right?
Right, and the ones in the back
Yes.
were kind of the dregs that got on the last minute. Some of them snuck on.
And once we begin to start moving closer to the front of the train.
Yeah, so this obviously isn't just a commentary on climate change. It's also about dictatorial control and class and statism, fascism. Resistance and revolution.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in this movie.
It is a lot of commentary in this thing, with
taking a whole bunch of like global type things and putting them all on a train. A little compact.
Which makes an interesting thing, like to have all of it so bundled up like that, and their food, which is basically like Soylent Green. But Oscar winner Octavia Spencer also in it.
Did the kid have something better? I couldn't see what he had in his hand.
I didn't see.
Remember that line.
Well, I missed the line.
Sweetie, come down. Was the last thing I heard.
Oh, okay.
After that. He's a very nimble 5-year-old. Remember that.
Oh, okay.
All right, JPRPH1. No,
Hey,
we just started. We're about 8 minutes in.
You know how it works. Cosme link. You did pin the Cosme link to the top,
Yep, it's there.
Okay.
Yes,
I think I got it.
We're good.
Chugga, 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 choo choo.
And if I can say something about Cosme real quick.
Sure.
And I don't know if it's just the issues I used to have with my connection, but I'm not having the buffering issues that I used to have. So either Cosme has fixed something on their end, or I can actually see and hear everything for a change.
It could be your internet. Also, I mean, I still have some buffering issues. Ironically, we're doing good right now, but it's usually scenes like this that cause me problems. When there's a lot of black on the screen, it tends to bog it down, and I sometimes have to either refresh my Cosme or at least jiggle the mouse over it or something.
With me, it's usually if there's any kind of action happening.
Oh, okay. But you're right. I do think Cosme has improved a bit in those regards.
Of course, here's the late great John Hurt. He's kind of Chris's Obi-Wan.
And he is the war doctor. So.
Yes, he is.
Right.
Because my favorite role of his is Caligula.
Oh, I Claudius.
Yep.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed to see that. I was too young. My parents wouldn't let me watch it.
I personally think my favorite John Hurt role is the one that most people seem to forget these days, the Elephant Man.
Elephant Man, yeah, that's awesome.
He's great.
I will almost certainly be doing an Elephant Man Monday night at the movies. Maybe sometime to coincide with something going on Tuesday, depending on where we're at in our conversations.
I wonder if some people think that John Hurt is kind of like the Slugworth character, kind of. His days are past, and it's because the Wonka's time is kind of put him out.
So one thing I don't like about movies like this is how dark lighting they are. So you can't really make anything out, and it's like
yeah, that's a big problem that I've heard a lot of commentators mention about modern films. Everything's so dark you can't see. You go back a couple decades, and they would do dark scenes with by using blue filters. They make it look darker, but you could still see what was going on.
Yeah, because in this, it's like I can't see anything.
Yeah,
It's
But it kind of
it's by design.
Yeah, it's kind of work because this is the darkest and dankest part of society. It is the darkest lives that they're living, and so
Why
the
they're
lighting
lighting up the
kind
kids?
of.
well, I'm sure we'll find out. Welcome, Nate. He says, "Hi, my people. What's everyone snacking on? I mean, a double cheeseburger with fried egg and an Old Bay
Old Bay mayo.
mayo. It's probably mayo, yeah.
Ooh,
And a sour pickle with a nice ginger ale.
nice.
That sounds good. I am not currently snacking on anything, but I may run off to make myself some popcorn at about the midpoint.
I had a burger tonight. Burger and fries.
Why is she measuring him?
I'm sure we'll find out. Probably nothing good.
No, it's not.
Your dinner.
No, then, yeah. Well, then they wouldn't want kids. They'd want the biggest.
What was that on the floor? I couldn't tell. It was too dark.
I don't know.
She's hiding a child.
Oh.
Oh.
Like I said, to the ones up front, the people in the back are chattel.
Right.
They're a resource. Not even people anymore.
Is that the nimble boy?
I think so.
Yes.
This is not good.
No. Yeah, this guy here, the big guy, he's probably the most dangerous mother effer in the whole movie.
Yeah.
The one that's got his shirt off?
No, the
No,
guy.
Oh. What's in there?
Uh,
the outside.
Spoilers.
Oh.
And of course, here we go.
she's a great performance.
Yeah, I was not going to be her.
Yeah.
No.
The thing I can say about Tilda Swinton is she could play anything from young and attractive to old and haggard,
Yep.
and anything in between.
See, if his arm was straight out, I would just simply put it up against the thing or down, whichever direction. So I've got flat against the.
It's not that it's sticking out. It's that it's in the cold.
Yes, but it's getting more cold if it's sticking straight out than
I'm
if it
sure
were
it
up
doesn't
against the
matter.
side.
It doesn't even matter. It's too cold. You'll see in a minute.
She's kind of a cross between Margaret Thatcher and Michael Caine.
Kinda.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice comparison there. Mm.
It's like, was your StreamYard link not working? She doesn't have him because she's like, Mr. So-and-so, are you there? Is he in the
Right.
green room? So his arm is literally frozen solid?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's my old boyfriend.
Yeah.
Just a flesh wound.
Just but a scratch.
Your arm's off. No, it isn't.
But it's very interesting. It always intrigues me to see when I'll just say the bad guys are doing what they're doing in this film. How they don't realize exactly the fury that they are initiating in these people.
Well, this you see it throughout history. You
Yeah.
think you don't understand how world leaders can't possibly know. You know, this is what happens throughout history. They just believe
Yeah,
it won't happen to me. This time it's different. You know, whatever.
Yeah, it's like the the proverbial not learning from history.
Yep.
There will always be an uprising.
Yep. Because you eventually push people to the point where they won't take anymore. When they
Right.
no longer care if they live or die, you have no control over them.
Exactly. When you have nothing to lose, that is the most dangerous foe.
And that's why, you know, those that are in ivory towers so isolated from that, they don't even comprehend that. They think, as long as I have fear on my side, well, eventually you don't have fear. You don't
Right.
understand.
Because what Chris Evans is pointing out here, he doesn't think those guns have bullets anymore.
Right. When was the last time they actually fired on somebody? There's always something else that they can do.
I think there's no bullets because maybe there's like a shortage of ammunition or something.
Ammunition is always a limited resource. And when you consider that you have an enclosed vehicle, that the only resources that exist in the whole world are what you have on that train,
Mhm.
yeah, you haven't seen them fire in a long time. Maybe they are completely out of bullets. It's kind of like what we were talking about the other night when we were watching Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yeah.
You know, even if you're in an ammunition shop, it's a limited resource. Only shoot when you have to.
So he's the artist in the group.
Yeah, of course, there's no such resource as a camera anymore, or at least not for them.
Hide your weapons in your clothes. So they've been making weapons all this time.
Mm-hmm.
Four and a quarter.
Yeah.
Come on, do something.
There you go.
Yep.
Now let's beat the snot out of them.
And now they're dead. Because now you have nothing. If you have fear on your side, you can manage a crowd. When you don't, you are overpowered.
That's what those garbage cans were for. They were making a
Yep.
battering ram. But he was taking quite the gamble, putting that rifle to his forehead. Like, go ahead, pull the trigger.
Yeah.
Yep. There was a calculated thing, and when that thing didn't go off, that was it.
But the only way you make a gamble like that is when, your option, if I die, oh well,
Mm-hmm. And she's
And
and she's a mama bear.
Well, yes. But the other thing, too, is he took it on himself. He's like, I'm putting my life on the line. Once he did that, that tells everyone else, you don't even have to worry.
Ow.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that person's dead. Asleep?
Yeah. And of course, that's the lead actor who was in Parasite.
Is that a drug that they're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, but
must be some sort of translator, maybe?
Yep.
Are you the singing bush? Well, he kind of is.
Kind of a universal translator.
Right?
The thing is that we're really getting to the point where that kind of technology is mostly in existence.
In a world like that, it'd be very easy to just want to get hooked on something.
Oh, yeah.
Apparently he's got cigarettes. He had 2 cigarettes left. And that's one of the 2.
Oh, I can only imagine a 10-year-old cigarette. I bought a packet of cigarettes once. Had them in my car under the driver's seat. I forgot about them. It was 3 years later when I took one. They tasted so terrible. They were so dry. I threw the whole packet out.
I used to work.
Keep in mind, if you were a smoker, I wouldn't have been dating you.
I know.
When I used to work for the chronically mentally ill, there was one guy there. He'd have smoked them. He'd smoke anything.
Wow.
Anything that looked remotely.
It's like, I'll try that.
Any of you ever see a movie called New Rose Hotel?
It doesn't sound
No.
familiar.
Okay, well, anyway, in that film, they have people who like live in cubicles. Not even apartments; they're cubicles.
Yeah.
It's like this is even worse than that.
They're like Japan. They have like the hotels that are basically they're just like a little cubby.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're called
that's
cubicle hotels. They're big enough for you to sleep in, and really, that's about it.
Yeah, it's just all when you're a Spartan society, sometimes that's all you need. Place to lay your head.
Just smelling them, he's able to get things to work. Yeah, it's like, how long's it been since they've seen sunlight?
Yeah, they don't have any windows out there.
Told you the movie was too dark. Everything's like destroyed.
Well, this is what happens when, it's just allowed to decay and crumble.
You ever seen the series? It's like was it like after humans or something like that?
Mhm.
Life,
No.
Earth after humans,
I think I've heard of it, but no, I don't think I've seen it.
or after people. I forget what it was exactly called.
Life after people. Yeah.
Yeah, and it just examined what the world would be like at certain periods of time, like how long it would basically take for the Earth just to reclaim everything.
Yeah. And it happens a lot faster than you'd think. And the best way to see it, footage that has come out of what's it called? Chernobyl.
The woman asked for the drug, and then she said he's running. How does she know? She's some sort of seer? So he's nuts.
Yep.
Fish?
You will eat the bugs.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, those are bugs?
Yep.
Yeah.
This movie's so dark I couldn't
Where,
tell.
where do you think the protein's coming from?
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, I'm sure there's a little bit of Soylent Green thing happening too. I wouldn't be surprised.
And of course, nice homage to actually make the stuff green. This green blob.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's a message.
Now I feel like I'm watching Tank Girl.
Yeah.
You've been wasting water.
Man, I've only seen Tank Girl once. And I saw it like first weekend it was out.
I think I've
Yeah, been a
shown it
while.
on my channel before I started being a little bit more organized with my movies.
Might have done.
I like Tank Girl because of Lori Petty. Well, I like Lori Petty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked her on Booker. Do you remember Booker?
Oh yeah.
It was the spin-off
Booker.
from 21 Jump Street.
I
Yeah.
don't remember that.
Never saw it. Never saw 21 Jump Street either. Old enough to know better, too young to care.
On the edge of 17.
So he's been on that train for 17 years?
Yep.
Yeah, everybody has.
Yeah.
Dang.
Unless they were born on it.
Yeah, that train holds humanity. There is no other life out there.
Well, where is the train going? Because it seems to be moving.
It's
Yeah,
not
it-
going to anywhere. It just continues going.
It's on a
Yeah.
it circumnavigates
Yep.
continuously.
Boom.
It's like, don't open the door.
Buckle up, kids.
Yep.
That's a lot of people with weapons that want you to kill them.
Yep.
You know, you get one of those feelings. Oh, so sorry, closing the door.
Yeah.
Didn't mean to bother you. Oh, occupied? Sorry.
Occupado.
Right.
And that's a nice lighting effect too. Them coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
So, Sartori, I'm starting to think John Hurt looked like he was dying in every movie he made in the 2010s.
Yeah.
Strangely, he
Yeah.
was only sick for 2 of those years.
Okay, so you know how to cut a fish.
Yeah, I'm not sure what it is he's communicating here.
We're gonna gut you like that?
It's poison.
Oh.
I think that's what it is. I think it's
Yeah.
poison. God, the sound effects. Splash, blah, blah, blash.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh. Oh, that was a nice little uppercut. Literally, an uppercut.
Yep. Somebody get this man a shield.
Stupid fish.
Oh, watch behind you.
This black.
And there's another thing too, right? If you encounter a bunch of people that have weapons and kill them, now you have their weapons.
Yep. Geek Flags and Booker theme song by Billy Idol. Hot in the city tonight.
Yeah.
Hot in the city tonight.
Right.
So. Huh? So, are the guys with the axes now friends of the guys without the axes? I'm confused. Oh, that's not good.
Well, this is where they get to actually, do what the title says.
Pierce Snow, yeah.
Well, I gotta work in the title somehow.
I like how the train kind of has an H.R. Geiger feel to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like apparently she can see ahead.
Shrek, I'm looking down.
Yeah, exactly.
Back to fighting.
Okay, break time's over. Back to fighting.
Basically, yeah. Oh, it looks like Brandon Herrera.
He kind of does, yeah. Oh, okay.
The ancient one commands you to stop fighting.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Man, Thor stopped it.
Yeah, exactly.
Should have gone for the head.
Yep. Yeah, there are a lot of Marvel parallels here, aren't there?
Yeah. Because she basically just said, we're about to Thanos snap 74% of you.
Yeah.
On purpose.
That's true. Oh, because they have
Night
Night
vision.
night
vision.
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 Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that does give them an advantage, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, I guess if you can see and they can't, you kind of do have a bit of an advantage.
Olympic torch run.
Run with the apple computer, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, how the tides turn.
Yeah, because the night vision glasses don't work it with firelight.
Yeah, this guy's just a ninja.
Really? Okay.
So we'll
Right.
kill you instead, you horrible little witch.
She is-
on. Yeah.
She is such an odd duck. It is awesome. The performance is really bizarre.
Good,
Whoops.
somebody got her.
Yep.
Don't go beat the snot out of her. Maybe throw her off the train. What's that movie? Throw Mama from the train?
Yeah, right.
The Brandon
Lady of the
Herrera
Tiger.
clone's got a boy here.
He is. He's evil Brandon Herrera.
Like, sorry, mate.
It's like, yeah, I'll make the decision for you.
I think he would have respected it, though.
Yeah.
Ew.
Away, put your weapons.
Dooch.
Yeah, that wasn't smart, dude.
Did that guy even have any speaking lines?
No.
Huey's gonna die.
That is a man who's had a rough life.
Yep.
Just a little.
Lost a leg, lost his hand. Ooh.
No, he's
Didn't,
not.
didn't take long for her to get brainwashed, did it?
Right. Well, keep in mind too, it is the way of human nature, right? If you know that you get special treatment, you'll believe anything, just to keep the status quo that keeps you in power.
Yep.
You might even believe that certain people have committed some kind of an insurrection when other people are just having a summer of love.
Yeah, funny how that worked out, huh?
Uh-huh.
Mhm. Uh,
She can take him.
Yes.
Is she Scottish now? Because she had an English accent earlier.
or it could
I
be
think, I don't know.
it could be a duress thing, like when she's trying to sound posh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now,
good point.
she's like under stress and she might be
Look
falling
at there,
back on her
Bee. I
own.
mean,
Yes.
I can sound posh for a minute, and then, switch to my Scottish accent.
Yep. Yes, you can.
Oh, no more teeth.
Did you just take her teeth out?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was looking down for a minute.
Not the first insurrection,
Mm.
as we are finding out. Time for some dew.
With the shoe, which is now a hat.
And if the actor who's playing Mr. Grey looks familiar, he was D'Artagnan in the BBC Three Musketeers recent series, and he was also the younger Adama on Battlestar Galactica.
Oh, on the was it Razor?
Yeah.
Something you wouldn't think you'd see in a train. Especially after living in the nightmare you've been living in so far.
Show like plants.
Yep.
They won't bite.
Well, they might bite.
They might just chew on a bit and spit out. What is she going to do with a handful of dirt? I saw they passed by some tomato plants. They could have plucked some off to eat them and have real food.
That looks so cool.
Right?
The sushi bar. I've never had sushi.
Really?
Me either.
At least not I might have had like a piece of what some people call sushi, but I've never had like a proper sushi.
All sushi is something served on a piece of, a lump of rice. So whether it's a piece of shrimp, a piece of cod, even vegetables.
Beef stroganoff? I guess I had beef stroganoff sushi.
You can have.
I'm just joking.
And served cold. It's also got to be served cold.
I've eaten it cold.
Not necessarily raw. That's the mistake most people think, that sushi means raw. Sashimi is raw.
Yeah.
Oh, sashimi. That is so good. Depending on how it's made. It's supposed to be very, very thinly sliced beef. I mean, so thin, it's like wafer paper. And some people make it really thick.
I love that they're making her eat the stuff.
Yeah, exactly. We've tried your food, now you try ours.
All right. Curtis joined late, so he's asking, who are the people on the train? Okay, they are all that is left of humanity.
Yep.
And the people in the tail section were the lower class.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And they were treated like third-class citizens, and they decided to go to the front.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, where's my boy?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
Oh, just smack her.
I always liked Allison Pill. There's just
Yeah.
something about her.
Oh, gee.
yeah.
Yeah, where exactly in the world are they supposed to be?
They just showed. They're
Yeah.
on a train that's going all over the world on a single circuit.
Oh my goodness.
She has great crazy eyes.
Yeah.
I would like to forward the motion right now that if we hear nothing from Joshua Leonard within the next year, we call a paramedic.
Yeah.
She's dangerous because she is a true believer.
Yeah.
No matter how crazy the idea, she believes it.
And she's oy vey.
Yeah, the crazies are multiplying.
Yeah.
See,
That's a lot of snow. That's not very far.
that is so weird thinking, like, just like all the bodies on Everest and stuff, that are just left there.
Wow. Oh, the guy who didn't want to go without his wife.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm quite full. Just had a brick of bugs.
Yeah.
Like she broke on top of the girl's head. I
Yeah.
never caught that before. That was funny.
But there's like something in the top of the egg.
Yep, in his.
Ow. What did I tell you? What did I say to you?
Yep.
She cry. Oh,
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
if she was pregnant. That's a 2-for-1 deal.
Yep. See, and here's the irony. The more that kind of stuff happens, the less you have control.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's dead. Can't save him now.
Yeah, that's a bargaining chip you no longer have.
Yep. And if nothing else, it means, okay, now I'm more pissed, and I want to kill you even more.
Mm-hmm.
I kept trying to think of where I've seen that the black lady before. I think she was in
Octavia Spencer.
oh, what's it movie? The Help.
The Help, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She won an Oscar.
And she's been in a bunch of other things besides.
You get no mercy, you witch.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know what? You've outlived your usefulness. And now I have a gun. Ho, ho, ho.
I love the idea of a circumnavigational train making it in 1 year.
Yeah.
The dentist, Taylor.
And of course, this is the car that the TV series focuses on quite a bit.
Right.
Did you watch the series?
Some of it.
How was it? I was just...
It's basically this without the gore and the F-bombs.
Ah.
And Sean Bean is Wilford. And there are actually 2 trains.
He's trying to plug up all the holes because it's like, we're going to die otherwise, dumbass.
I mean, that's a heck of a... 2 moving trains at that distance? Really? Good luck.
Well, no, it's the same train.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're turning.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, they were on a hairpin, and
yeah. Now he misunderstood me.
Yep.
He misunderstood me because I said 2 trains. In the TV series, there are actually 2 trains.
Oh, I see.
do they call both of them Snowpiercer?
No.
It's like, this is becoming personal now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah.
Y'all need to plug up those holes in the glass before y'all freeze.
I didn't see a thing.
Conversation over.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, just pull the trigger already.
Yeah, why do people hesitate? Yeah, this is too easy. I gotta give him as much of a chance as I can.
It's like when the bad guy tells you his entire plan after leaving you to die a slow death that never happens.
Right.
They're monologuing. Ow! Bite his nose off. It's like that guy cracked.
Yeah,
He started killing everybody.
And he's got a tire iron. You think that would make the guy go down and stay down? The droopy-eyed makeup effect is impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's got to keep that open and not blink until they cut.
Well, they can sometimes help them out in the editing, right? They can add frames, you know, to lengthen it.
Party time.
Yep. It's always got to be a rave, right?
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
The Matrix has you.
whoop. Raise the
Yep.
roof.
The Matrix, another post-apocalyptic warning that people aren't paying attention to.
So Curtis told me the lower levels get the leftovers, if that.
Yeah.
They get bugs ground up in the green goo for protein. It's like, can I offer you an egg in this trying time? Never mind the eternal engine. This is like the eternal orgy.
Yeah.
Getting more and more advanced as they go forward.
Diabetes. Sorry, wrong Wilford. Although that would have been funny if they got the different names, Wilford Brimley.
Wilford Brimley playing Wilford.
Why are you doing all this? To save the world from diabetes.
It's like, dude, I know how to open doors. Stop.
He's flipping out. It's all starting to hit him, is what's happening.
There's something in the matchbook, a piece of metal.
The world's last cigarette. Mm.
Wow, that's grim.
Mm-hmm.
Well, when you're starving.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He was going to eat Edgar as a baby,
Yep.
but John Hurt's character cut his arm off and offered it to him instead
Yep.
to save the baby.
Okay, which one was Edgar?
Jamie Bell,
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know who that is.
His little friend that got killed.
his buddy,
Oh,
the
okay.
Brit.
Yeah, his buddy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of having a hard time following this movie.
It got so bad in the back that they resorted to cannibalism until John Hurt showed up and cut his arm off and stopped them, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine having that one goal your entire life, so full of shame and anger, and you're here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, as a matter of fact.
I got a coat.
Yeah, he looks like an Eskimo. Yeah, it's like, and since we don't know what this guy is saying,
Yeah, I know. It's always like I always hate that when they have when they don't have subtitles for the foreign language part of it.
Boom.
Yep.
He won't let us in, so we're going to blow the door. Oh, never mind.
Mm-hmm.
oh, it's measuring tape girl.
Another Wonka-esque thing.
Mm-hmm.
You've had this group going through the train, knocking them off one by one, and
Oh,
here
yeah.
is the final guy.
Good point. Good point.
You've done a man's work, sir.
So is that supposed to be the front of the train?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think instead of Willy Wonka, I'm thinking more he's playing the same character he played in Westworld.
Oh gosh.
I never saw Westworld.
First season was really good.
Yeah.
I mean, like the back section already was.
Right.
74%.
Yep.
War Doctor, duh.
Yep.
Mhm.
Wait, which one was Gilliam?
John
John
Hurt.
Hurt.
John Hurt.
Oh, okay.
Well, I have to call the president. Sorry. Old joke. Sorry. If he's the Eggman, who's the walrus?
Oh gosh, this guy's still awake, alive?
I know,
Yeah.
right?
Ew.
Whoops!
Ow, ew,
Yeah.
ew.
Yep.
Ick.
So look at that, an LA neighborhood decided to attack them. Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's the engine.
The blood on the side of his head should be more brown. And you don't look so good.
Right.
Well, he's been mostly eating bugs and the occasional person, and just found out his entire worldview is complete BS.
Yeah. He's basically been a pawn this entire time of the person he trusted the most in the world.
So he's like Neo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was all a big setup.
Are my eyes ever that blue?
Depends on what you're wearing and what the lighting's like.
I love that color blue. You still got this idiot coming forward. It's like, not that asshole again.
Curtis is only pawn in Game of Life.
Actually, as a matter of fact,
She's like, oh, you became one of them. What's down there? Are those people? There's a little boy.
Yup.
Hi, Timmy.
And of course, the theory says that the part that went extinct were the Oompa Loompas.
It's like, get the kid out.
Yep.
It's like, come on, kid, get out.
Sorry. There is no safe distance.
That's another little boy. And he went right back into another machine. Finally, kill the guy.
I know.
She's like, okay, I just blew the thing up, so let's get out of here now.
Of course, you do understand that this basically means everyone dies. There is no survival.
Would you want to live like that?
Exactly. I mean, it really is ultimately inevitable, is what they're realizing.
It's like, I'm taking the little boy, and I'm getting the heck out of here. You left your coat.
Expulsion!
Yeah.
So, is the whole world covered in ice and snow?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh no!
Yep.
You're all screwed now.
Yep, pretty much. Pretty much.
Ugh.
There goes all the train bits.
Have you ever seen the YouTube channel? He does these. At what speed do you need to go in order to clear whatever? It's like a computer simulation.
No, I haven't. I've seen stuff like it, but not that particular.
Yeah, and one was like how fast does a certain car need to go to cut to? I think it was like a 10 yard. I forget how big the quote unquote pothole was, but he had to get up to like 350 miles an hour before he cleared it. Better enjoy that fire while you can.
Right?
It's gonna get awful cold.
It's for sure.
Well, it's like I was telling Troy this morning that I got up at one point because we haven't had the heat on because it had been kind of nice outside. And yeah, I figured, okay, if it was at least 67 in the house, that was tolerable. It dropped down to 62, which made the house really cold. So I ended up turning the heat on like early this morning just to warm up the house because it was way too cold.
Yeah, you Southerners don't have to deal with cold.
We had I finally got mine fixed the other day. The guy finally found the problem in my AC.
Oh.
It was like a little circuit boardy thing, and when he finally got it fixed, that thing started cranking out cold air. I was like, all right, I'm ready for the summer. Right, this makes me wonder, how cold is it? Now, of course, the guy's arm froze because they were going at God knows how fast.
But... That certainly does, yeah.
Okay, well, their hands aren't covered, but they've got on heavy coats and boots.
Look at little Timmy. The sun is shining.
Yeah.
And she's like, okay, which one has anything in it that I can use?
And somewhere in a cave, there is Spock with Mariette Hartley.
Right, exactly.
That's a deep dive for a lot of people.
Yup.
Yeah, where are you gonna go?
That's kind of it, right? Mm-hmm. Even if they don't freeze to death, they'll starve to death, you know?
Wait, she sees a polar bear.
Yeah, so there is some life out there, so, okay, maybe they could survive.
Life
yep.
finds
a way.
Well, except if they're the last two people in the world, that pretty much is the end of humanity.
I don't know, a few years. Give them a few years. You never know.
Mm-hmm. Cultural biodiversity.
I expect to see a bottle of Coca-Cola there.
Yeah, yeah. If there's still Coca-Cola in the world, they're okay. Now, they do that to suggest that maybe there's a way to survive, but yeah, there's not. Because most American audiences can't handle a not happy ending.
Yeah, I like the idea that humanity is doomed and only the polar bear will survive.
Well, no, I mean, you're not supposed to like it, but at the same time, it is realistic.
Yeah, but it's a compelling end. You know, it makes you
Yeah, it
think.
is. Absolutely.
Allison Pill, Psycho Prego Girl. But yeah, I mean, it's a long movie. It takes a long time to get there, but it's got a lot to say.
It sure does. There's no doubt about it.
It's like those experiments they had where they put some people in charge of. Some people were prisoners, some people were guards, and like the people that were playing the guards, even though they knew it was a simulation, still would take it too far. And a little bit of that power will definitely go to your head. It makes you wonder, where in the world did they crash? I mean, that could have easily been like Australia, Africa.
Don't know.
Because I think if you look at the map, the way they connected the continents were via the Bering Strait. So it's like they'd loop through the Americas, go across Bering Strait, they'd go all over Asia, Europe, and Africa and stuff. I don't know if they made it. I have to see that map again. Snowpiercer.
As far as I can see a polar bear looking at them going, hey, lunch.
Looks like they got lots of different ideas exactly how they did it.
And if there's anybody in the chat or in the comments section who has read the French graphic novel, please let us know what the differences are between the two. I'd be curious to find out. And which is actually closer to the source material, this or the TV series?
Oh, yeah. Okay.
No, it's oh, okay. Looks like they did somehow. Well, what this one map shows it going across like bouncing off of England to Iceland to Greenland, and then coming down the east coast of America. I think a lot of people have their own like different ideas of how they of the map. The map in the film goes by kind of quickly.
Yeah, I think they left it vague purposefully.
Yeah. Midnight, the Stars, and You. So I'd like to hear the chat. What you guys thought about it? Well, what do you think, Troy?
I thought it was pretty good. I mean, nihilistic, but
yeah, very, very.
Given what the story was, kind of necessary.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, it's a very intriguing concept, and I just think that the way they brought it to life was very good. I think great cast. Yeah, it's a little long, but it's a long train, and you kind of have to go it. But I just love how at the end, just his entire world is just
Yep.
crushed.
Well, and here's the other thing I would say. I think you kind of realize relatively early on, if you're honest with yourself, that this in quotes survival is not sustainable.
No. So, what do you think, Netter?
It was really hard to follow.
Yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces. There really is, and I
And
think
it's
it
like-
didn't help that you didn't have the
The
subtitles too.
Yeah.
Didn't
Well, it's
help.
like it was dark,
Sometimes you can't
Color-wise.
see details. That's true.
and it's like you couldn't understand what the Asian guy was saying.
Yeah, that
It's
might have
like-
helped a little too.
Yeah, because it's like he went on these long diatribes. Like, what is
Yeah.
he talking about? Yeah, we don't know what he's saying. They're not
Well,
telling us.
what he's saying in the end is that if I'm remembering this correctly, and this figures into the final scene, that there are. I think he was saying that in that one area that the ice had melted. Then it had been the previous year. So I think that was the idea.
Like
Was
the
that,
world,
there
the world's
was
recovering.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there may be a chance, like if they just are able to stop the world, I want to get off, kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah, it was just really hard to follow for me. So I was missing a lot of what was supposed to be happening because I'm sorry, I didn't get it.
Hmm.
And then it's like, okay, they get to the end, they're fighting the icky bad, and turns out that the hero was supposedly groomed for this position his whole life or whatever, and it's like, eh?
I like that, the icky dad.
Yes, that's what we call them, icky bads.
The icky dads.
Well, I mean that plays into the whole Willy Wonka theory, because what does Wonka want Charlie to do? He wants Charlie to take over,
Right?
Yeah.
and that's what Wilfred is doing with Curtis. Wilfred, aka in this case now Charlie grown up, according to the theory.
Hmm.
So, yeah. And who knows? I mean, and the TV series plays around with it a little bit more than this does, because obviously in this version, Wilfred has been quote unquote in charge the whole time. In the series, they play around a little bit more with that maybe he wasn't the first one. But because, like I said, in the TV series, there are actually two trains. So each train not knowing about the other. But anyway, I don't want to confuse the issue.
Well, that sounds like an episode of Star Trek where there was the Bring Lloydie, and I forgot the other ones were.
Up the long ladder.
Yeah, and it's like, oh, there was another ship.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because they're asking about it, going, so did you happen to come across the others on the other ship? There was another ship? You
Uh-huh.
know?
because the way that it's done in the series, at least up to the point where I had seen it, was you are led to believe through most of the first season that yes, there is a Wilfred, but only Jennifer Connelly. See, she's kind of the Mason of the TV show. She's basically the Tilda Swinton part, but And that's
but
what you're led to believe. That's what you're,
much better to look
yeah.
at.
That's what you're led to believe. What actually happened was she, along with some of the other higher ups, they kind of usurped Wilfred. So that's how he wound up on this other train, and she's kind of keeping up appearances on Snowpiercer. And then there's this whole thing where he like has her daughter and turning her daughter against her and all this. That's kind of where I ended up leaving the series. Not because there was anything wrong with the show necessarily. That was the point where I kind of stopped watching TV in general. But yeah, I mean, this movie has a labyrinthian plot. The TV series sure as hell does. But, like Al said, there's a lot of moving parts. And in the case of the movie, some of those moving parts are people.
Yeah, well, it's like I said, it's a thinker. It definitely does make you think. But I hope you enjoyed it. I think Matter would have had better, like I said, if the subtitles would have helped a lot.
Sometimes would have helped, and if it wasn't so dark, because I couldn't see what was going on.
And it definitely is a dark film. But like I said, that of course, but we have many more films ahead. Some lighter than others. Let's just talk about the Saturday night rewatches now. What's your next film for next weekend?
Next film. Give me a second. Come on, go to where you need to be. That's not the right spreadsheet. Movies. My next one is Dead Heat.
Dead Heat. Oh, that's a great one.
That's the Joe Piscopo one, right?
Yep. That's a good one coming right off of Dawn of the Dead.
Yes, it is.
Man, it's been so long since I've seen that movie.
So, I would like to say, but of course, before we get to that one, I have a rewatch on. Whoops. Sorry, I am having a rewatch on Friday, and I will be joined by someone who is here on the panel. Deleted Scenes will be joining me, as will be the Birdman. We are going to be watching another fantasy film of some strangeness called The Barbarians from 1987, starring Peter and David Paul, the Barbarian brothers, who kind of had a little, kind of a little bit of fame there in the late 80s, early 90s. Have anybody in the chat heard of the Barbarians? Just wondering. Let me see if I got. Let me see here. This is the.
I have very vague recollections.
Can you see the?
They look like barbarians. Yes.
Yeah, they are twin brothers. They are funny. It is. It's a fun movie, and I'm looking forward to it. It's kind of, like I said, it's kind of like Conan, but a lot funnier, and just kind of goofy, kind of Abbott and Costello do sword and sorcery genre a little bit, kind of like that. And of course, two weeks from tonight, my next film here will be Wizards. Ralph Bakshi's really that one, would have been a good 420, I guess, be smoking a little something, because that film is kind of out there. It's very imaginative. So that's the one coming up in 2 weeks. But we've got a lot of stuff before that, including later. What time is it? Later today / tomorrow, Sunday. Uh, what's the first thing going on? Deleted scenes. You got a Western with Jedi Bill tomorrow?
Yes, we are going to be watching Rio Lobo, the John Wayne.
Ooh, that's a good one. No, that's Rio Bravo I'm thinking of.
Hmm.
Man, lots of Rios. Too many Rios floating around. Too many rivers.
Floating around. Rio
Literally.
translates as river.
Bum. uh, Rio Lobo tomorrow at 3:30? 3 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
4 o'clock
Eastern.
On Jedi Bill's channel, and I'm sure Deleted Scenes will probably be sharing it as well, so you definitely have a chance to catch that. And then, of course, once again, Deleted Scenes will be on at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central for Unscripted. What's in your stream of consciousness this week?
And I am going to be partially going into the whole situation surrounding Warhammer, but it's going to dovetail into my thoughts on destroying lore in general, and how that can be harmful.
Okay, and that's 8 o'clock Eastern Standard on Deleted Scenes. And following that, on Aged Boomer's channel, we have the Geeky Geezers for the Week in Geek. Any preview for us, Troy?
Well, I can tell you we'll also be touching on the Woke Hammer, talk. So it'll be
Woke
a great
Hammer.
flow right from Unscripted. But we'll also be looking at some other gaming news, such as Tomb Raider, the remastered version, patched out the Lara Croft pinup posters. We're going to look at is Hasbro going to be able to continue, or are they going out of business? One of the most expensive games that nobody ever asked for, Star Wars Outlaws, which is seriously nobody wants it. But we'll have some Disney and Star Wars and Marvel news. It's not really news, but it's olds.
It's old.
Yeah, it's just being talked about by the mainstream media now. We've been talking about it, of course, for a long time. Possible news for what's going to be the future of Paramount. We don't know for sure. We're just going to tell you what we're hearing. New attraction might be coming to Universal Orlando this summer. And box office for Shrek 2 re-release. We'll be talking about all of that and more tomorrow on Geeky Geezers.
Interesting. Then the other side of midnight, which is about 5 minutes after midnight, Deleted Scenes. Anything to look forward there?
And Curtis Selby is going to be joining me as my guest for the show.
Awesome. Let's see what people are saying. Blame it on Rio. That's an awesome film. Her rumor Henry Cavill may walk away from the Amazon TV series because he doesn't want another Witcher situation. What Amazon TV series?
Yeah, there's been a Warhammer TV series in development at Amazon for a while.
Yeah.
And Henry Cavill is attached to star.
He's attached to everything.
Yeah, but he's like a huge Warhammer fan.
Yeah.
Now,
just like he was a Witcher fan.
Yeah, I mean, if he has any control over this series at all, I think there might be a chance. But if there isn't, I mean, if he doesn't have any kind of control, if it is another Witcher situation, then the possibility is there that he might walk. Yeah,
I watched The Witcher. I enjoyed The Witcher. I thought he did a very good job as Geralt. But yeah, I mean, you gotta respect the source material, man. I mean, that's
Okay,
That's
for
the
those
thing.
of us who don't know what happened with that.
The Witcher.
Yeah.
They were just taking the story in a much different direction than the books and the games did, and he was kind of pointing out that that's not what they were. That's not the story. And he was really kind of butting heads with the producers. So they decided to part ways, and they're supposedly recasting him with the other Hemsworth brother,
Mhm.
Chris or Liam.
Liam.
Hemsworth. I can never remember which one's which, but Liam Hemsworth's supposed to take his place. I think that kills the series right there, because I just thought he's to me he's Geralt. Um, but that let's see how it goes. Worked for Darren on Bewitched, so sometimes you get it right, sometimes you don't. Monday night got another double feature for us, Troy.
Yes, I do. Any Which Way But Loose and Any Which Way You Can.
Right turn, Clyde.
Exactly. Clint Eastwood and Clyde.
The Black Widows. That's a great double feature.
Yeah.
I always like the second one more than the first one, though. Just my personal preference. But
it literally has been since those movies came out in the theaters that I've seen them. So I need to rewatch those. So that's
it's been a while. I mean, I've seen them more recently than that, but yeah, they're some fun. They're fun films. They are. Yep. They really are. Yep. That's some good stuff. Clint Eastwood double feature on Monday night. Last Call at the Movies. That's going to be a lot of fun. Then Tuesday night, Sparkwood and 21.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Cool. The latest episode. What's happening in Twin Peaks?
Things.
Right. Yeah.
Things
and stuff. Well, this
the owls are not what they appear.
No. Yeah.
No. Well, dude. We're dealing with the whole aftermath of the death of Josie Packard and everything that comes along with that, how that affects Harry, and we're also going to be introduced to Heather Graham's character Annie Blackburn, who's going to become rather important to the rest of the season, and I would think most likely season 3 as well.
Well, speaking,
so
it's like it does sound like things are happening. And speaking of things, Thursday night things on Netters Network, because nothing's happening on Wednesday that I'm aware of. What's going on Thursday night?
My special guest would be Andy Masterson.
Ooh.
Yep.
Is he,
Mr. Laboratory of Mayhem himself.
Yes.
Awesome. And that takes us into Friday, where, like I said, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, I will be joined by Deleted Scenes and Soundtracks with Birdman, and we're going to watch The Barbarians, the sword and sorcery pseudo-comedy film. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's got Richard Lynch as the bad guy. Come on, that right there is sci-fi, is sword and sorcery awesomeness right there. And we should be done just in time for Last Call with Troy Pacelli. What's going on this week, Troy?
Honestly, I'm waiting till tomorrow to have a conversation with Age of Boomer. See, he led me to believe he might have had an idea, but I'm kind of leaning towards just a Friday night free-for-all. We haven't done that in a long time. Just get together, let the chat lead me where they want to, and we'll just kind of take it from there, and you guys can watch me you can watch me drink.
And that, of course, will lead us back into Saturday, where we'll be watching Dead Heat.
Dead Heat.
Dead
Bring
Heat.
us right back to a Dead Heat.
Starring
Joe
Piscopo. that is a name. It's like he disappeared on us. It's like, where did he go?
Yeah, I believe he has a podcast or something now.
Oh, everybody has a podcast, it
Yeah.
seems. That is so, like,
Yes.
so yesterday. No, I'm just
So
kidding.
he's still around,
Yeah.
but he has some so I would say more conservative leanings. So Hollywood doesn't like him all that much anymore.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Geek Flag saying they bastardized the Witcher's origin. Cavill was the only one trying to keep them on track, and the writers and the showrunners really hated the source material, so he quit. Why do a show on it if you hate it?
Exactly.
Stupid. By the way, that is the week to come, and lots of good stuff coming. And I'm sure there'll be other things. I know deleted scenes is on all the time. I mean, come on. I don't know of a time when the man sleeps. He can't. I still think he's some kind of, like, those Russian experiments when, like, they take the piece of the brain out and people never sleep. I think that's deleted scenes. I really do. He's a Russian lab rat.
Could be.
But has anybody else got anything they'd like to pitch or say? Or
I have Mystery Movie Night at the Regal this Monday night at 10 p.m. with Sin's Corner.
Any idea? Any good guesses?
Any guesses?
Well, it's a mystery, so
Not really.
Yeah, but sometimes with a mystery, that's the fun part. Kind of trying to think about what might be going on.
I'm trying to think of what might be in release within the next few weeks, because they've been a little all over the place. Because it used to be,
well, they're usually about two weeks out.
Usually two or 3 weeks out, but of late they haven't been doing that. They've been, showing movies much closer to their release date. Or they're taking movies that were on the festival circuit. Last week's movie was an anime. And it's the first time they've done an anime.
Well, maybe you'll get lucky and you'll get Zendaya's Challengers, where she plays the mean girl tennis player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm getting the feeling it might be that, but I honestly I hope not. And then I also have. Go ahead. Sorry.
I said the one I'm looking at like a kind of a little small list here. The only film I'm really looking forward to coming out is The Fall Guy. I don't know if that's far enough out though, but that one I'm looking forward to. You were saying for that? Sorry about that.
Oh yeah, and Jedi Bill and I Wednesday night at I believe 8 p.m. we're going to be watching episode 2 of Fallout.
Oh, cool! How was the first episode?
I liked it.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Is that guy in there? The guy played Kang. You know what I'm talking about? The guy that played Kang in the Marvel movies.
No.
Is he in that?
No.
The guy looks like him. Okay. Well, I'd like to say, like I said, I do have a review for Abigail up for those who are interested, plus a couple other reviews that came out this week, like Sting and the Ungentlemanly Warfare film. I can never get that one straight. Lots of words. So I'd like you to catch those. Before we go, of course, the lovely Netter of Netter's Network always takes us out by saying,
Well, first, I want to remind all of you to make sure that you are sub to every member of the panel as well as every member of the chat. And if they think you're sub, please go back and double check because YouTube likes to take those away, and that's not very nice. And with that said, we can talk amongst ourselves, and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys, you know you're not just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys and we appreciate you so very much. And when I say that we love you, I mean it. I'm not just saying it to say it. You know, like some people just go, love ya. I mean it. We love you guys. You are family, so we love you like family. You are so encouraging to all of us here on the panel and in the chat. Just talking amongst yourselves, talking to us. I said, you know, just dropping those comments and everything. It's really great to see all that different interaction. So thank you so much for being here with us and for us. And we will definitely see you next time. Good night and God bless.
God bless y'all. And that other film I couldn't think of was Arcadian with Nicolas Cage, the other one I got up this week.
All right.
Take care, everyone. Have a lovely Sunday and a wonderful week ahead. God bless you all, and take care.